So what is the science of yoga? What is the science of yoga? Is yoga even a science? Yes it is. Yoga by its purpose is the union of the consciousness with the primordial sound, the Shabad, the Anhat Shabad, the Ruah, the Holy Ghost. That's what the science is, right? That's what it is. And how does it actually work? How does this union actually work, right? Now, the primordial sound is a sound that is not struck by anything, right? See, for me to even make sound from my throat, the vocal cords are vibrating and striking the back of my throat. That vibration is what you're really hearing. So sound is a vibration when two objects collide. Now, there is a resonance, right, that was there at the beginning of time and will all be there at the end of the time. That's what primordial means, right? Now, this resonance, right, the Anhad Shabad, right, the Om has a way to actually listen to that, right? It comes from the Lord's home and you can connect to it and you can listen to it. And how that is done is where my job comes in to teach you. Now, that's just one part of it. The science is Surat Shabad Yoga. That is what Raj Yoga is. See, yoga has two parts to it. There's yoga and then there is Supreme Yoga, Raj Yoga, the king of all yoga. And that is Surat Shabad Yoga, where the consciousness actually connects to the primordial sound so it can go back home, right? The yoga part is how do you connect to the consciousness, right? The Surat part. So once you figure out that part and you figure out the primordial part, then you put the two together and you go home. Now the thing is, they both happen at the same time. A lot of people just fall trapped to the first part, which is the prep work, the consciousness. The consciousness can only take you to you. You can't go back to where you came from, right? To go back to where you came from, you need to be on the train to go back to where you came from, and think of the primordial sound as being on the train, right? And you got to connect the consciousness, right? So when people say they meditate and they can't really experience anything, well, they're not really meditating. What they're doing is dharana. Meditation is when you're connected to your consciousness, right? And this next step past that is you're connected to the consciousness and there's no concept of time and space. That is samadhi. And then the next best step beyond that is that you're connected to the consciousness and you're connected to the primordial sound, and then eventually you come to a state of samadhi in this portion where you're connected to the consciousness and the primordial sound, and there's no concept of space or time, to the point that you might dissolve into the primordial sound itself and it ceases to exist and it's just plain void, right? We're back into the void of space. So that's how deep is where I'm trying to take you.